For some, high school memories fade, thank gosh. But in Wooster, there's one that's lingered for nearly 6 decades. The night Mitch Ryder didn't show up. Now, after 57 years, the rock legend finally comes back to make things right. I was there to witness a long overdue bill get paid.
On a Saturday afternoon, it's time to roll American Bandstand, starting off with the latest from Mitch Ryder.
The year is 1968, and rock and roll group Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels had been scoring hit songs across America with singles like Sock It To Me and Devil with a Blue Dress On. So it's easy to understand why all the students at Wooster High School were so excited that he was coming to their town to perform a concert just for them. Until he didn't, because at the last minute, for some reason, Mitch Ryder finked out.
The General, our student newspaper, has the headline, Mitch Ryder Finks Out Quick. The students of Wooster High School will never forget the unhappiness that the infamous Mitch Ryder has caused. The faculty advisor, Mrs. Joss, summed up the whole affair very nicely when asked her opinion of Mitch Ryder. She said, "I'd like to wring his neck."
Wow. Carolyn Robinson, Wooster Class of '71, recalls how it started with a contest run by WKYC Radio to see which local high school could raise the most money for the American Heart Association. And the prize was a concert from Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels at your high school or around your high school.
At our high school. And the idea of having Mitch Ryder, who was at the top of the charts at that time, woo, that was a big draw. You know? Maybe a distant dream, but okay, let's give it a shot.
Sure. Their efforts paid off, with the class raising $1,500. But when the big day came,
a few days beforehand, we get the principal saying that the concert is canceled. And we were devastated.
What happened?
See, nobody knows.
While the reason for the finking may be forgotten, the Mitch Ryder-induced trauma here in Wooster wasn't. It seemed like a slight that would never be rectified. Decades later, Carolyn was fundraising to restore the city's historic Lyric Theater, and she got an idea.
I'll reach out to Mitch Ryder and see if he'll come to Wooster to fulfill his promise from 57 years ago.
And what do we have going on?
Mitch Ryder's playing Wooster High School tonight.
To their shock and delight, Mitch agreed, and I was there to witness the redemption and the healing of a city wronged. Ryder may be 80, but he's still on a worldwide tour, and his latest album is in the top 5 of Billboard's charts. Upon arrival, his first stop was a meet and greet at Lyric Theater, followed by a visit to pay his respects to the Wayne County Historical Society. From there, he'd be heading to the scene of his crime, Wooster High.
This is so cool that Mitch is doing this, fulfilling a promise.
It's just wonderful that he was able to make the trip.
I think it says a lot about his character, that he's been enthused about it and he's been all in.
Wooster forgives you. Wooster forgives you.
Does it feel good to come back and make good to these people?
Well, it's a different generation, but we'll see what happens. Most of the people out there that are going to be my age, we got to check their pulses every once in a while.
You had a date here in Wooster 50-some years ago that didn't work out. How did that go down?
Well, it's taken 57 years to figure it out. So.
You don't actually recall how this got fouled up 57 years ago?
Well, I've got to, because of the time and where I was at in my career, I wasn't really making my own choices. But I'm here on TV now to bring joy and happiness to everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is there anything you want to say to anyone from Wooster who back then you didn't show up and now you're here? Is there anything you want to say to them?
Yeah, I hope the guy I owe $50 to has passed away.
Fortunately, it would appear that Wooster has no statute of limitations on atoning for past transgressions. And as was proven tonight, good things are often worth waiting for.
Devil with the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on.
This is Mike, rocking in Wooster like it's 1968 for 3 News.